Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Nikki here and I have finally finished round one of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. This seems to have been a very long haul, but I am very grateful that it is done and I'm very happy with how it turned out. My cover took me a little while, but I did make my own using a cardboard box and some padded fabric. I like making junk journals, and one of the things we love to make for junk journals are what we call snippet roll ties. And I was simply going to make a snippet roll that sort of went around the edge and then it would tie up. And then I decided, no, I think I want something a little bit different. So I cut out this jadey colour. I cut out a circle and then I simply started sewing. I have so many little scraps. This is why I never throw anything out. I keep all my little scraps and I've sewn them down. I've beaded, I've sequined, I've stitched all these little pieces on. And I absolutely love how it turned out. And this really is a true reflection of my personality. I like bright colours. So honestly, this was definitely me. So yes, it's not the traditional, very vintage style that so many others have done. But then I really don't have a lot of vintage things either. So I thought, well, I can get upset about that, or I can just use a lot of the things that I do have, and that's how I created my cover. So very simply done. My signatures, I took an extra piece of cardboard and I covered it in coffee dyed paper, and I sewed my signatures to this and then glued it down so that I didn't have any stitching showing on my spine. So basically, just like when I make junk journals, if I want a hidden spine, that's how I've done it. These are completely plain for the moment. If I get around to it one day, I would like to actually pop a thing on here with all the prompts that we used, but for now, I am happy to call this finished. And if that doesn't happen, honestly, it doesn't matter. So this was my cover page. Again, everyone was doing these lovely vintage things and I went, no, I'm going to use the bright colours that I love because this is my book. So that's my stitch page. Now, I actually finished all of my pages by the deadline of the 30th of June that I imposed on myself, but I have had to, by choice, redo my sampler page. Now, I hated my sampler pages that I initially did. The second one I didn't even finish because I hated all my wonky lines, and honestly, it was just not on. And then I realised when I started to sort of put all this together that I would have a blank page. And I went, hang on a minute. Oh my God, look, I've even left a pin in here from when I was sewing everything together. We better get that out of there. I knew I really didn't have time to do another decorative page, and I was lacking inspiration. I went, hang on a minute, I know what I'm going to do. Because I disliked my sampler pages so much, I decided to just do a new one. And I fitted all the things on it, but I just did little tiny bits of it and fitted it all onto one page. So now I didn't have to worry. Everything is now full and done. I was going to put all this together without the sampler page, and I went, no. I need the sampler page. It's part of the entire project. So I just redid it a little bit. And then, of course, I have my bunny page and my fabulous flower page and my bright butterflies and my little cabin, which of course was my little Aussie farmhouse. Beautiful birds. This is probably my favourite one because obviously the colours are just up my alley. And then I did try and be a little bit old-fashioned-y, vintagey on my last page. I did keep it all pastel, so I'm very happy about that. But look, honestly, I've loved doing this. It's got me stitching again, which I haven't done in years. And I'm actually now really happy with how that turned out. So I will call this done for now. I'm going to take a couple of days breather before I even launch into the second round. I'm trying to decide on the size because actually I learned a couple of interesting things when I was doing this. Somehow I managed to end up with all my pages different sizes. I don't really know what I did there. So I will definitely be pre-cutting all my pages initially at the start so that they are all the same size. It turned out fine in here in the end, but they're all different sizes, and I'm not quite sure how I pulled that off. But anyway, by the by, I wasn't going to put this binding on here, but this fabric was the most horrible fray thing you have ever seen. You literally had to sit and look at it and the little frays started coming. And I was so tempted to get my sewing machine out and literally just zigzag around the edges because the thought of doing blanket stitch all the way around there was just too much. So I just used the ribbon and I tacked it all down so that we didn't fray away to nothingness. I will use a book, I think, for the next one. I sort of started this and I had a book in mind and it turned out to be the wrong size. So that's why I sort of created my own thing here. But I've got a couple of books. I've just got to pick which one. I think I will go for the smallest one that I have because I want less real estate because we do have a quicker turnaround for the next one. And I'm also trying to decide, I don't want to do all winter because Christmas for us is very hot and sunny here, but it is winter now, so I might do a bit of a winter Christmas combo. I don't know yet. But look, I will ponder that over the next few days and then I will start the second one. I just wanted to show you this. I'm so happy that it's finished and I do love how it turned out. And there we go. If you have any questions about how I put it all together or whatever, please leave it down in the comments. I will happily answer it for you, especially for ladies that are stitching and like have never made a junk journal, not sure how they could possibly do something like this themselves. It's pretty straightforward, but I hope you enjoyed that. So until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.